How would you compare yourself with people like Phil Hartman and?
Wow. I mean, well, Phil Hartman was certainly, obviously, commercially a lot more successful than I was. Phil Hartman was a very, very creative man. I mean, I tend to think of myself as creative, but in a different way. You know, and I did have the pleasure of actually meeting with him and talking to him a little bit before he passed away. Afterward, that would be a much more impressive story.
Of course.
But I don't know. I'm different, I guess. Because I never quite pursued the sketch comedy like he did. But he was certainly a hero. He was certainly an inspiration for me. You know. But it's interesting because I do know the way that I like my Optimus Prime to be remembered.
Yeah.
Because I hold them in a very distinct light. Because, you know, as I've said before, and this is no slight on the other actors, no slight on the creators of the show or whatever, but for some strange reason, you know, Optimus Prime, when he was originally created, he was a hero. But when he wasn't, when he was a truck, he was like, I don't know, like shipping frozen broccoli or delivering like cases of PlayStation 2s or whatever, you know. But and this really hit home for me because of when the show was on. I mean, yeah, it's no coincidence that the show was on the air September 11, 2001, but my prime was a fire truck. So he was always a hero. It was like even as straight and narrow as I thought Optimus Prime was before I started playing it, my version, he's even more of a straight arrow. He's even more of a leader. He's even more of a hero because it's like when he's not a giant robot saving people, he's a car saving people. You know, so he's a hero 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and that's some pretty powerful stuff. You know, and then if I would have done the show and it would have been on in 2002, maybe it wouldn't have hit home as strong. But you know, I live up the street from a firehouse. It's a firehouse where they actually train firefighters. Mm-hmm. And I've gone over there a couple of times with some of my old videotapes that I don't watch anymore, some of my old DVDs that I don't watch anymore. So they got something to watch while they're at the firehouse. You know, and it's just, I guess I've felt a small connection with them since then. I mean, I don't try to compare myself to these guys who are putting their lives on the line every day. But I certainly have, I mean, not like I didn't respect them in the past because I did, but I certainly have more respect for them now. And I certainly keep them, as silly as it sounds, in my thoughts and my prayers, you know, a bit more than before. And I do feel, as silly as it sounds, slightly connected. I lived in New York City. So when I see an NYFD t-shirt, knowing that a lot of people are wearing it because of September 11th, I don't know, I feel just the tiniest connection, you know, because, I don't know, was I a mascot for the fire department? Maybe not. You know, did any of them ever watch the show? I don't know. But you know, it just felt a little bit more connected. You know, maybe I'm just sentimental. You know, I hold my pride in a special light. It's funny. Last summer they were doing a convention in Pasadena outside of LA, and I made the suggestion because the guest of honor was going to be Peter Cullen, and. Only one! But I made the suggestion, hey guys, you know, here's an idea, why don't you have a writing contest? If somebody write a script that includes G1 Optimus Prime, and somehow they get mixed up and read Optimus Prime. I'll come and we'll read it, you know, out loud. I mean, what kind of a grand prize is that for a Transformers fan?
Yeah.
Have a space bridge accident.
Well, they never got back to me on that idea. You know, I don't know if they didn't want to anger Peter, or they thought you know, well, your show's not really popular, Neil, so you don't really matter. Or for any number of reasons, they didn't get back. But I still think that would be kind of cool. Like, I still think, you know, as far as I understand, Peter is not interested in appearing on the same stage, possibly with me, and possibly with Gary Chalk. I know that I've heard those rumors. Well, Peter's an American actor in Hollywood, and definitely has a very strong feeling about projects that disappear up to Canada. You know, and I don't blame him. And yeah, if I had more power, I would try to flex my muscle a little bit more too, to keep the work down amongst me and my friends and my peers and the people who I think are the greatest actors on the planet. Absolutely. So I can't say that I blame him. That's why I hope he doesn't have a problem appearing on stage with me, because he was never offered the role in our series. You know, so I didn't take anything away from him. Plus, trust me, he wouldn't have done it for the money we did it for. You know, that would have been an insult to him, and it should have been. You know, because he's worth a lot more money. But I just think it would be amazing some night, somewhere, somehow, for some convention promoter to actually get the three of us together.
Yeah.
You know, do a Prime weekend. Prime time Australia. Just, you know, come on down, guys. Fly on down. It's only going to happen once in your lifetimes. You know. So we'll see. You know, maybe. And again, it'll be like, you know, Roger Moore, Sean Connery, George Lacey.